If you actually pull my receipts back in 2017, you will see your girl was actually struggling and she was living paycheck to paycheck, but she looked good. So, the Cash and Curls community has requested this video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I paid off $57,747 in 31 months. So if you're interested in learning how I paid off $57,000 worth of debt, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right? So before we dive into how I paid off my $57,000 worth of debt, I do want to just give you guys some quick facts about my debt-free journey. So my debt-free journey lasted about 31 months. I started my debt-free journey in September of 2017, and I officially reached debt freedom on May 20th, 2020. Okay? So when I started off my debt-free journey, like I stated, I had $57,747 worth of debt. And the types of debt that I had were 2 credit cards. I had a pink credit card and a Discover credit card. I also had a car loan, and I had a huge student loan. I had consolidated all of my loans from undergrad into two smaller loans. Okay, so during my debt-free journey, I was a full-time elementary school teacher. I coached middle school cheerleading, and during the summers I had a side gig at a local hospital working in the dietary department. So your girl was busy. So that was just a quick little overview of my journey. So now I'm going to jump into how I paid off the $57,000. The first thing that I did was educate myself. So prior to my debt-free journey, I had no financial knowledge. Like, I knew nothing about personal finance. Like, I knew I was supposed to pay my bills on time. I knew I needed to save a little bit money, and I knew that I needed to enjoy my money, but I didn't really understand the importance of being debt-free. I didn't really understand the importance of building generational wealth, leaving a legacy, and honestly, giving generously. My first piece of financial education actually came from a YouTube video. On September 23rd, 2017, I was actually scrolling on Facebook, and this video had popped up. It was a video from MJ Harris titled "Don't Go Broke Trying to Look Rich." And basically in this video, MJ was basically sharing how the people who tend to look the most flashiest tend to have the least amount of assets. Like, they look good, but in actuality, they're broke. If you were to pull the receipts, you will see that they're drowning in debt, and most of them are living paycheck to paycheck. And I was convicted after I watched that video. I was like, I am literally trying to be this flashy person. Like, I literally want to look like I'm successful, but if you actually pull my receipts back in 2017, you will see your girl was actually struggling and she was living paycheck to paycheck, but she looked good. After watching that video, I desired to learn more about financial freedom and personal finance in general. So my first thing was I educated myself. The second thing that I did was actually budget and track my expenses. So if I'm keeping it a buck with you guys, if I'm keeping it 100, back in 2017, your girl did not know what she was doing. I literally did not know what I was doing. All I had at that time was literally some notebook paper and an ink pen, and I literally wrote out my income at the top, and I started listing out all of my expenses, and I didn't budget enough for certain categories like gas and groceries. I was literally just trying my best at that time. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but you must have a budget if you plan to get out of debt. You must budget if you plan to get out of debt, and you also must track your expenses to help you see where you can cut back in certain areas of your life so that you can put more money towards your debt. For me personally, I believe that the budget is the foundation. If you don't lay that foundation of learning the basics, such as budgeting, you will not last the journey of becoming debt-free. So if you're looking to become debt-free, I highly recommend that you learn how to budget, to help you get out of debt. If you thought that you can get out of debt without a budget, you thought wrong. You had another thing coming if you thought you could do that. It is literally, in my opinion, impossible to get out of debt if you do not have a solid budget. You have a free budgeting template that you can download, which teaches you how to create a zero-based budget. So if you're a complete beginner, I have some tools to help you. So be sure to click the link down in my description box so that you can get a free copy of the monthly budget template. All right, so immediately after setting up my budget, the next thing I did was implement the cash envelope method. I cannot stress this enough. If you've never done cash envelopes, you are truly missing out, because this thing will literally save your budget and it will help make paying off debt a lot easier for you. I honestly did this for two reasons. One, to help me stay within my budget, and two, to keep me from overspending in certain areas of my life. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the cash envelope method, I do have a video that I can link up here in the cards, and I also have a free cash withdrawal slip that you can download to help you with withdrawing cash. So be sure to check out those resources. So the next thing that I did to help me pay off the $57,000 worth of debt was followed a proven plan that worked. Your girl didn't come up with this plan. Your girl literally followed a plan that has helped millions, I don't know if millions, but hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. And that was the Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. So I didn't go into my journey aimlessly. Like, I literally followed a plan to the T, and I began to see results. So if you're looking to start your debt-free journey, I highly recommend that you check out Dave Ramsey and his 7 baby steps, because it is a easy to follow, practical guide to help people get out of debt. In addition to following a plan that worked, I decided to follow the debt snowball. And for those of you who do not know, the debt snowball is one of 2 methods that most people commonly use to help them get out of debt. And with the debt snowball, you basically list out all of your debts from smallest to largest, and you begin to attack the smallest one aggressively. And that's exactly what I did. I listed out all of my debts, and I started attacking those credit cards. I attacked my car loan, and then eventually I made it down to my big student loan. So using the debt snowball has truly helped me pay off that $57,000 worth of debts. And I highly recommend that you give it a try, because you will experience quick wins and it will allow you to keep with the journey. Okay? So the next thing I did was said no, and I found free and frugal entertainment. So I was able to pay off $57,000 by saying no. And if you knew me years ago before my debt-free journey, saying no was literally one of the hardest things for me to do. You have to say no so that you can say yes to your future. And that's exactly what I did. I began to say no to people, and people didn't like it, but my goals thanked me in the end for saying no. So I literally, during my debt-free journey, basically cut off any extra things. So anything that was not a necessity, I honestly said no to. So there is some perks to doing that, and there's also some cons, but you want to make sure you find some balance. I don't recommend you cutting off everything that brings you joy and brings you happiness, but you do have to say no to a lot of things if you want to get out of debt quickly and efficiently. So during my debt-free journey, I was really intense and I was very focused. Like, nothing could get in between me and reaching financial freedom. So I honestly recommend that you put on some blinders during your debt-free journey and just literally keep your eye focused on your goal and say no to anything that takes you away from your goal. In addition to saying no to people, I actually did find some frugal and free entertainment for myself. Prior to my debt-free journey, many of the things that I did required me to spend money, and sometimes lots of money. So during my debt-free journey, I found ways that I could have fun for free or frugally. So some of the things that I enjoyed during my debt-free journey was to go to the lake and just watch the sunrise and watch the sunset. That's free. I went to, like affordable, frugal restaurants. Chipotle was my favorite, Subway. I still went out to eat, but I ate at restaurants that were honestly kind of cheap and kind of like fast food style. I went to the movies on discount Tuesdays. So instead of cutting out the movies completely back in 2018, your girl went to the movies on Tuesdays for discount Tuesdays. If you look around your community, there are so many free things you can tap into. So I highly recommend that you do that. Find some free activities to do within your community. And the next thing that I did to help me pay off the $57,000 worth of debt was to use a debt-free tracker. I cannot stress this enough. You need a debt-free tracker if you plan to get out of debt. Like, you're going to be on your journey for a long time. Like, I was on my journey for 31 months, which is 2.5 years. And you need a visual to keep you motivated. And for me personally, having a debt-free tracker where I can see my growth and how much progress I've made truly helped me pay off that $57,000. Like, I didn't start using it until I got to that $50,000 in student loans, and I'm just so glad I did, because without that debt-free tracker, I don't think I would have kept with my journey and would have been so excited about tackling my debt without having that debt-free tracker. So if you're looking to download a debt-free tracker, I do have a debt-free tracker for married folks, and I also have one for singles who are out there tackling their debt. So be sure to click the link down in my description box so that you can get you a copy of the debt-free tracker, okay? And the last thing that I did was I found additional ways to make more income. Like I stated at the beginning of the video, my primary job was being an elementary school teacher. That's what I did full time throughout majority of the year. And I also coached middle school cheerleading to help bring in some additional income. In addition to that, I sometimes worked 3 jobs, and in the summers, I worked at a hospital in dietary. So I was always looking for ways for me to boost my income so that I can send the extra money towards my debt. And the bonus tip that I have for you guys is, in order for me to truly pay off that $57,000 worth of debt, I had to transform my mindset. If I did not transform my mindset and look at money differently, I don't think I would have made it through the journey. Starting your debt-free journey will require you to change your mindset. You have to change your circle. You have to change the ways you're entertaining yourself. You have to pick up a book and listen to some podcasts so that you can begin to mold your mind into this mindset of abundance and wealth and freedom, because most of us don't think like that. So transforming your mindset is key. So that's how I was able to pay off $57,000 worth of debt. I am actually planning to do a story time video where I will literally take you guys through the journey. I have clips and videos and things to show you so that you can visually get a picture of what my debt-free journey was like. So if you would like to see a video like that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a pink heart or a yellow heart in the comments to let me know that you would be interested in kind of like a story time of my debt-free journey. I hope that these tips that I share with you will encourage you to start your debt-free journey. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram at cash_curls. So until next time, friends, never forget that you can win with money, and I am rooting for you. Bye.